and I don't know what to do.
Well, I'm not ready to be a dad.
I'm not ready to be a mom, but it's coming whether we like it or not.
So I got a lot of things on my mind. I can't deal with this right now.
So what are we going to do?
We can take care of it.
You think that's the best?
Yeah, I think the best thing for us to do.
I don't know. What about the baby?
What about it? I mean, you got a future to think about.
I don't know what to do.
Look, I'm not raising a kid. If you want to have it, you can have it without me. I'm not doing it. So what do you want to do? You want to take care of it, or you want to do it by yourself?
The lights flash before his eyes as he takes his first breath, a second chance in life, not knowing how close he was to death. The mom holds him and his head rests upon her neck. She thinks about what she almost did and how she couldn't live with the regret. The doctor said, "What's his name?" She replies, "John." As she looked at him, then looked up at the doctor mom. She smiles and says it's better than any dance or prom. That she was scared at first, but soon she saw him, all the fear was gone. Tears of fear soon converted into tears of joy. As she cries with her eyes closed, holding her brand new baby boy, time and space stops. No pictures of Polaroid, just pictures of this moment in her mind that can never be destroyed. So the years pass and John gets a little bit more big. A 10-year-old wearing large shirts, getting laughed at by the kids, a true loner. Read and write is all he ever did. No respect where others even know his struggles, how he lived. In $1 million mansion, barely a house too. But mama tried and that was something he knew that was so true. Working 2 jobs so they can have a belly full of food, but no pots and pans cause they can barely afford ramen and stew. No daddy in sight, so all she did was try. As he would walk in the kitchen, always seeing his mama cry. He would ask why, but he knew the bills were stacking high. He told her, "One day I'ma make these tears stop falling from your eyes." Life has its ups and its downs, smiles and its frowns. Life throws punches, but you fight through the rounds. And there's sometimes where you wanna throw in the towel, but the ones that fight through it is the ones that make it out. Life has its ups and its downs, smiles and its frowns. Life throws punches, but you fight through the rounds. And there's sometimes where you wanna throw in the towel, but the ones that fight through it is the ones that make it out. So the years pass and John's forced to grow up so fast. The man in the house working, going to school, trying to build up his stash. He would ask girls out, but all he ever got was laughs. Cause instead of seeing him, all they ever looked at was the cash. And that's that, simply defined by the status of his green instead of his character, thoughts, ambitions, and dreams. All he had was his heart, he couldn't dance or sing. Didn't care for fame or putting his face on a TV screen. Just none of that. A scholarship is what he wanted to get, but instead they gave it to the jock that picked on him as a kid. He would cry in between classes, just trying to forget how they gave it to an idiot that can barely spell scholarship. But he dried his tears and left the past behind. Got into a school that really loves and respects his mind. He would have lunch with his teachers, drinking glasses of wine. They spoke about the jock and how it was asinine. So the days keep passing in his life. He's getting better, meets the girl of his dreams. So beautiful, smart, and clever, so in love that nothing can ever keep him from being together. And if he went to the other school, he probably would have never met her. Life has its ups and its downs, smiles and its frowns. Life throws punches, but you fight through the rounds. And there's sometimes where you wanna throw in the towel, but the ones that fight through it is the ones that make it out. Life has its ups and its downs, smiles and its frowns. Life throws punches, but you fight through the rounds. And there's sometimes where you wanna throw in the towel, but the ones that fight through it is the ones that make it out. Graduation day, Dr. John finally living his dream. His mom full of joy as they say his name and she screams. He looks at his degree, not even thinking about the green, but the people he can help and how much to the world it means. So that's what he plans to do, and starts to build his own crew. People all over the world that love people like him too. And even though they would argue till their face turned blue, they came together cause their importance is something they all knew. They would work day and night and he would come home late, put his laptop on the table like it's something he wanted to break. His wife would come down and tell him it's gonna be okay. She smiles, he said tomorrow's gonna be another day. He smiles and says I know, and then his eyes bloom. He thinks of the cure and says I gotta go, I'll be home soon. He picks up his computer, then bolts at the living room and calls his crew and says we're gonna be working from morning to noon. So they find it, a cure for viruses and diseases, a medicine so pure the world can't even believe it. He infects himself just so the world can see it, and says it's gonna be free cause he know how much the world truly needs it. So John throws a party full of drinks and games, a room full of smiles until they hear the doorbell ring. John opens the door to see his dad, now his body full of pain. The monster that left him behind now trying to eat off his fame. So he shuts the door on his face and he just walks away. They asked who was that, he said no one, let's continue to play. So the sun sets, they go to the balcony so amazed. He holds his mom and tells her thank you for every single day.
Look, I'm not raising a kid. If you wanna have it, you can have it without me. I'm not doing it. So what do you wanna do? You wanna take care of it, or you wanna do it by yourself?
Okay.
Okay, what?
Alright, let's do it.
Alright, I'll swing by tomorrow.